Well, hello friends! My name is Heather and I am so excited to be joining BookTube. I am an avid reader and I've always watched BookTube and I'm so excited to be joining it myself. Some of you might recognize me from Book Talk or Bookstagram where my handle is heatherb_reads. I'm so excited to be trying long form content, but I wanted to introduce myself first. Again, my name is Heather. I am 31 and I live in a small town way at the bottom tip of New Jersey. One of my biggest hobbies has always been reading, and I'm excited that I finally have a community to share it with. And I watch BookTube videos a lot in my spare time, and I have a couple of favorite BookTubers, and I thought, why can't I be that for somebody else? I love to yap, I love to read. Goes perfectly with BookTube. So I am excited to show you guys what a week in my life as a reader looks like, but specifically as a reader who has a full-time job and other hobbies that they enjoy. So a lot of booktubers spend pretty much their whole week just reading. I don't have the luxury of being able to do that. I do have a 9-to-5 job. I try to spend as much time reading as I can. I always have a book on me. I have my Kindle, I have my books Palma, I have my phone, and I always have a hard copy book with me as well. So let's see what a week in the life of somebody who is not just a content creator looks like when it comes to reading. I'm happy to share this time with you guys. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and follow after watching this video. And I hope I can become friends with some of you guys in real life. So excited to talk books with you. I hope you like this video. Hi babes, it is the end of the day, Monday, February 9th. I am just checking in. I worked from 8 to 4:30 today. I did not take a lunch break. Normally I read on my lunch break. Didn't even take a lunch break today, which is kind of normal for me. I am in the middle of 2 books right now. The first one is an audiobook that I am reading / listening to. I don't really know what people say in terms of audiobooks. I started this challenge on my TikTok called Tuning In Tuesday, and every week on Tuesday I am checking in with an audiobook that I listened to and discussing what I liked and didn't like about it and whether it's making me want to listen to more audiobooks or not. I have this weird stigma in my head that audiobooks don't count as reading. I don't really care when other people count it as reading. I just have this weird thing about me counting it as reading. I don't know why. That's lame. Who cares? You know what I mean? So we're not doing that anymore. So right now I am listening to The Housemaid by Frieda McFadden. I owned a hard copy of the book and I gave it to my sister because I hadn't read it. I owned it for like a year or 2 years and I hadn't read it and I thought my sister would like it and she was starting to get into reading. So I was like, the movie's coming out, you should read this and then we can watch the movie. I don't think she read it yet either. I am 27 chapters in, so I'm like 130-ish pages into the book. Every single character, insufferable. I hate all of them. I read / listened to the 136 pages today, all today. I'm hoping I can finish it tomorrow because it's Tuning In Tuesday and the video's not ready because I didn't finish the book because I'm slacking. I had all this time over the weekend and I did what? Nothing. If that I could explain to you why I did that, but I can't because I just can't. Needless to say, out of the 2 books that I'm currently reading, that is not the one that I'm excited about. The other book that I am reading that I got on Kindle Unlimited is Cherry Bomb by Sarah Blue. I freaking love Sarah Blue's writing. If Sarah Blue could write any type of book, I'm interested. This book is an Omegaverse book. I haven't read one of those in a really long time, but I do love them. There's something about them that I just find like silly and cute and fun and flirty and sexy and everything all at the same time. And I just, chef's kiss, I love them. This Omegaverse is about Cherry. Her real name's Haley. Love that her alter ego is Cherry. She is an Omega. She designated late. So she is trying to understand like what it's all about being an Omega. Her mom had this huge pack. It was like her mom and like 9 or 10 other alphas. There's like all these alphas in the house. And Cherry had no relationship with pretty much anyone in the house. And when she designated and the other alphas smelled her scent, her mom kicked her out and was like, no, you gotta go. Because her mom, like, I guess didn't want the competition. She doesn't have anywhere to go. She has no other family. She doesn't really have any friends. So she lives in her car for a little bit, and she starts working at an Omega Club, which is basically like a strip club, but it's like based on cents, and then the guys can pay for VIP rooms to, you know. And she loves working there. She loves the people she works with, but nobody knows who she really is. Everybody just knows her as Cherry. So the one night while she's there, she meets this guy named Hayes, who comes up to her and is like very different from everyone else. And he's a beta. She meets him, starts talking to him. She's intrigued by him right away. And he invites her to come to, they're in Vegas. He invites her to come to a poker game that he's playing in. He's like, I just need to have a hot Omega on my lap. You're fantastic. I'll pay you whatever. So she goes with him, and she's like really into him, like super, super into him. Little does she know that his other packmate used to be one of her mom's alphas, and he's a hot firefighter, okay? This whole book, first of all, I love when there's multiple meet cutes in an Omegaverse. Love it. It's my favorite thing. Second of all, I love getting to see all the different personalities of all of the different alphas. This beta is like, he is a beta, but he acts like an alpha in like a hot kind of way. Thirdly, this book is fantastic because the men, so there's 3 men in the pack. There's the beta, Hayes, and then there's Nate, who's the alpha that used to date Cherry's mom. And then there's Sterling, who is another alpha who is also a firefighter with Nate. All the guys, which this doesn't always happen in Omegaverse, all the guys are together. Like, they're dating without having an Omega, which I love. Also, there's a male Omega in this book who's into female alphas, which I have never read before. I love that. Are you kidding? I need to read more. Omegaverse is really just where I'm getting with this. I just described the entire plot of this book to y'all. Anyway, I'm 37% of the way through that book. I didn't read any today. Read the majority of that yesterday. I didn't read any today because I've been trying to finish this stupid freaking audiobook that I don't want to finish because I don't even care what happens at the end of this audiobook. Okay? All the characters piss me off. I don't like any of them. They're stupid and gross, and I just want to read my Omegaverse smut. Okay? Okay. Thank you. That is all. The biggest benefit that I have found at this point to audiobooks is that I can listen to them on my way to work, I can listen to them at work, and then I can listen to them on my way home. And then when I get home, I read my physical book. So I'm like just consuming books all day, which is a dream. Are we kidding? That's the dream. I see where everyone is going with the audiobook thing. Not sure that it's for me at this point, but this is only my second audiobook, so we'll see. Honestly, I just need more people to give me recs because I've been very lucky. This audiobook and the last audiobook I listened to, I really liked the narrators or the voice actors. But I'm nervous that I'm going to find one that I just hate the voice actor for. If you guys have recommendations for specific voice actors or audiobooks that I should listen to, let me know. The only thing that I'm hesitant about audiobook-wise is fantasies. Like full-blown, not romantasies, but like full-blown fantasies, like in-depth one. I don't think I'll be able to follow them.
I notice Andrew taking another look. And this time, when I catch him, he grins at me. What? He says. Boy, he must be really drunk.
I only have less than 3 hours left in this audiobook. And a twist kind of happened. If you read The Housemaid, if you know, you know, kind of thing. A twist happened, and I still think every single character in this book is insufferable. I hate all of them. I don't even care how this book ends at this point. Like, I'm going to finish it just because I'm going to finish it at this point, but I hate it. I hate it. I have 30 minutes left of this audiobook. It is now Tuesday at like 6 o'clock, and I have 30 minutes left, and I don't want to finish it. I am so agitated with this book. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. It wasn't what's happening. I don't like the twist. I'm not a fan of it. Again, I have 30 minutes left, so like something else could still happen. I'm just not I'm not having fun with this book, y'all. I'm just not enjoying it. I think it's a case of like, the characters were supposed to piss me off, but they pissed me off so much that I don't want to finish the book. I just want to read Cherry Bomb. I have no desire to finish this book. I'm going to, but I have no desire to. So, give me like 30 minutes. I'll come back. We'll do a full debrief. Okay, I finished Housemaid by Frieda McFadden. I'm annoyed. I hated the ending. I hated that they set it up for another book. I hate that there's other books. Will I be reading any more Frieda McFadden? No, I did not enjoy that book. I was annoyed the whole time. I did, however, enjoy listening to a mystery audiobook. So that is one of the pros that I will take out of this Tuning In Tuesday, is that I did have a good time listening to the audiobook format, because I normally don't enjoy mystery thriller books when I'm reading them. I enjoyed this more listening to it. And I kind of got more of the tension, more of the vibe, and I really like that. However, didn't like the book. I'll come back at the end of the week and like fully do a rating once I've absorbed, because I really don't know where I stand right now. I feel like I would give it a 3. Like, I wouldn't not recommend it. If you're a person that likes this kind of stuff, you would enjoy it. It wasn't written badly, I don't feel. The twist wasn't super predictable, but it, in my opinion, was slightly predictable, but it wasn't super predictable. So, I don't know. It is 6:20 on Tuesday, and I want to go read Cherry Bomb by Sarah Blue. So, I'll talk to y'all later. All right, we're back. It's Wednesday night. It is, I have no idea what time it is. It's 8 o'clock. I normally read on my lunch break, and like I said previously, I haven't been reading on my lunch break because I haven't been taking a lunch break, which I'm actually enjoying. Like, my job is so fulfilling right now, and I'm having a great time with it, so I'm not upset about that. I am upset about the fact, though, that I haven't been reading as much. So after work today, even though I got out late, I went to my favorite brewery and I took out my Books Palmo, which I haven't used in a little bit, and I just hung out at the bar and I read, which is like one of my favorite things to do. I prefer doing that over going to a coffee shop. I just feel like it's so much more of a vibe for me than a coffee shop is. It's more my speed. And I love all of the people that work at my local brewery. They're fantastic and the beers are great and it's just a good time. So I've read a little bit more of my Omegaverse book. It is fantastic. They're so territorial. And what's great about this book is that it's 2 alphas and a beta in the pack. And if you haven't read Omegaverse before, most people know the idea. They get the idea of an alpha. Betas tend to be a lot less territorial, and they just don't have the same like physical reactions that the alphas would have. The beta in this book is more alpha than the alphas. He's giving serious alpha energy in like the best way, and I love it. I love a good alpha in a book, but I swear if it was a man in real life, I would be like, gross, icky, get away. But in an Omegaverse, it just works. It just works. I feel like a lot of people don't read Omegaverse and don't really know what it is, but if you find the right author, Sarah Blue is mine. Absolutely love Sarah Blue Omegaverse books. But if you find the right author, they're fantastic and they're 100% worth trying out if you're into smutty reads. There's just something about an Omegaverse book that really hits the hormonal part of being a girl, and it just gets you in your feels. I couldn't imagine reading one while PMSing. I just could not. But anyway, love me some Omegaverse. Loving Cherry Bomb by Sarah Blue right now. I think I read like 50 pages today. Maybe. I don't even think it was that much. I think it was like 40. But there's still time. I'm going to read for the rest of the night. I'll check in with you guys again tomorrow. But so far, I'm having a great week. Also, I booked tickets to go to Vegas in May. My sister's birthday is in May, and we are going to Vegas, and I'm excited to go for the first time. We're spending the first couple days in the Grand Canyon, and then the last couple days when her birthday is in Vegas, and I'm I'm so hyped. So if anybody has recommendations for what I need to see and do in Vegas, the only thing that I know that I want to do is there's like this one really weird convenience store that is like you open like a refrigerator or something and you walk into it and it's like an art exhibit. That I want to do. That's on my bucket list. I want to do that. I kind of want to do the zip line too. But if there's anything else that's like super kitsch and touristy that I just absolutely have to do while I'm out there, please let me know because I want to do all of it. I'm really excited. I kind of want to go see like Cirque du Soleil or Blue Man Group or something while I'm out there too. I want to do all the lame, funny stuff that people get made fun of for when going to Vegas. That's what I want to do. Yeah, so week's been good. Feeling good. Let's see what tomorrow brings. I was so excited to tell you guys that I actually took a lunch break today and then spent the majority of my lunch break just now on the phone with the insurance company because they messed up a bill that they sent me and I'm not paying an extra $150 I'm not supposed to pay. So I am going to be taking the last 10 minutes of my lunch break to read on my books Palma. I absolutely adore this thing. I know that they're expensive. I know not everyone can afford having a purse Kindle, but it really is, I love this thing and I cannot recommend it enough. I really would like to try one of the books like full size instead of a Kindle if my Kindle ever breaks. And then I got this for Christmas. This is the cutest freaking thing. It's a dragon. I got it off Etsy, or my sister got it off Etsy for me. You can get custom like eye colors. They can do custom colors for like this part of the yarn and also like the, this part on the tail. I got all black to match Tananock. And then my books Palma fits right in there. And then it's a dragon. He's so cute. Y'all, I was having a day at work. A day, okay? And I'm like, dude, screw everything. I don't want to be here. I want to go hide in the bathroom. Okay, right? We all have those days. And then I get an email that I was approved for an ARC on NetGalley and I knew exactly which one it was going to be and I have to show you guys. So the ARC is Ace and Ember by Kate Crew. It is the second book to Rook and Rebel by Kate Crew. And other than Sarah Blue, Kate Crew is probably my other absolute favorite indie author of all time. Absolutely love her. Love everything that she writes. Her first series that she wrote, I ARC read for most of the books. It's called the Hollows Garage series, and it is about a group of street racers who are mechanics and they own their own garage, and they're all kind of like, not really morally gray, but like tough guys, right? And I absolutely loved that whole series. I ate it up. And then she came out with Rook and Rebel, which was like motorcycle gang kind of, and the MMC is he gives off stalker vibes and I absolutely love it. And it's a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more morally gray than the first series was. And then when she got picked up by Avon Books, they had to do like the switch over to Trad Publishing, and so it took a while for Ace and Ember to come out, and we are almost to the release of Ace and Ember, and as soon as signups went up on NetGalley for ARC reading, I was like, duh. So I am so pumped. I absolutely love Kate Crew. If you haven't checked out any of her stuff yet, go check out Hollow's Garage. I love that series. Rook and Rebel is also very, very good. And like I said, Ace and Ember is the second book to Rook and Rebel, so I'm so excited to dive in. It's supposed to be kind of like a cat and mouse game vibe, and we already met, they're all interconnected standalones, so we already met the FMC and the MMC from Ace and Ember in Rook and Rebel, so you already got a little sneak peek of them, and I'm so excited to read their story. I'm gonna go get dinner, I'm gonna finish Cherry Bomb, and then I'm gonna pick this bad boy up. So excited. Turned out to be such a good day. Started crappy, turned out amazing. All right, y'all, congratulations. You've officially made it to Friday night with me. We made it through the week. Woo! After work today, I decided to take out my walking pad. I got a walking pad for my bedroom. I think I got it off TikTok Shop. I got a small one that you're supposed to put like under a desk for my bedroom. I've been trying to get moving more and I don't always feel motivated to go to the gym, so I thought this would be a good like first step. Today I was trying to read Cherry Bomb while I was on the walking pad, and it got to a spicy scene between two of the alphas, which I was not ready for, and I ended up throwing my book across the room onto my bed. So that's fun. I didn't read as much this week as I wanted to. I was busy last night, and then a couple nights ago I was busy as well. So didn't read as much this week as I wanted to, but I still read a decent amount. I did finish The Housemaid by Frieda McFadden, and I am 60% of the way through Cherry Bomb by Sarah Blue. I read 409 pages this week between those two books. I'm going to try to do a little bit better next week. I don't think I have as much going on next week, but I am going to Heated Rivalry Night in DC next Saturday night. So if anyone is going to that, you'll see me there. I even started making bracelets for the event. I was just making sure that the beads and the string would work. This one says, Ya Tsebya Lublu. And if you know, you know. That is all for me for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me go through my week as a person who has a full-time job and other hobbies other than reading. I don't get as much reading done as I want, but I do get a decent amount done, and I love sharing it with you guys. So I hope you'll follow my YouTube page, like, subscribe, do all the things, and hopefully I will see you guys next week. Love you.